It's been a couple weeks since I've been able to do a full thrifting haul to replenish the eBay store, but as you can see, yesterday we did exactly that. We got roughly 30 items yesterday from 5 different thrift stores that are going to be going into our store. And that might sound like a lot, but realistically, this is the number of items I need to be sourcing every single day and selling every single day to have a sustainable store that can pay all of my bills. And so it's kind of a challenge for me to get to this level of not just doing this once a week, but being able to do either this or more than this 5 or 6 or 7 days a week. And so I certainly don't want to be doing 7 days a week. So just imagine that I have to do this and then process this and list this and ship this every single day. So it definitely shows how far I've come to be able to do this, but how much further I need to go to be able to do this every single day sustainably for a long period of time. Now, I'm not worried about the inventory. It's just the time and the time management and the sell-through rate and getting all those things worked out. But let me just give you a breakdown of everything that we got. I'm going to show you as many tags as we possibly can just to help you learn on things. We just got a few pairs of pants yesterday. We got these Southern Tide pants, a size 35 by 32. They're kind of like a performance, kind of almost a tactical type of feel to them. And so we grabbed those. We got these, and a lot of these, if you see any yellow tags were all $2 yesterday. Green tags were half price, and everything else was full price. These were Wrangler George straight jeans. We got those for $2. And then we got these Levi's Denizen 285s, and those also were $2. And then we got this. This was a new brand for me called Mugsy. And so there weren't a lot, but there were good comps and a pretty good sell-through rate on the Mugsy pants. So that was all that I found for pants yesterday. I feel like, I would actually technically one more pair, though these wouldn't really come in the pants. These are pajama pants, and with just Christmas around the corner, these are still new with tags, Santa's Treasures with reindeer all over them. So, but yeah, I went through a lot of pants and only found 5 total, I guess, that were worth picking up. All right, we did do really well with polos yesterday, including some new brands for me. Maybe they're new for you. This one first was Drake Clothing Company. So there is that polo. This one also was new to me. Good. So, and the way I do this simply is you just go by feel, and that's why I like to touch as many of the clothing items as I possibly can, because when you start to feel, you'll feel higher quality, and then you'll kind of learn, and then you'll look up which brands have higher quality that also have a good sell-through rate. We got this RLX, which is Polo Ralph Lauren. It's kind of their performance brand. So we got that polo, and then we got this one, this Peter Millar. We didn't pay full price for this one, which was $9, but it is, if it was just normally, I wouldn't just grab this, but this is new with tags. So at $9, new with tags for Peter Millar Summer Comfort. We should be good selling around there. I got a couple of, I don't know, maybe a little bit fun. This is a Farmer's Insurance, bum ba da dum bum 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 bum, or whatever it is. This one was new with tags, and it's 4XL. So I'm thinking between maybe there's someone who actually wants it and or a Halloween costume between those two. Similarly, we got this one. Now this one is NBC. What I like about it though is it's not NBC tied to a local channel, which would really narrow the audience. And it's Nike as well. So this will work for both, again, if someone needs an NBC shirt for their work, or if someone wants to be an NBC reporter or something for Halloween, we're going to get those listed up right away. Grabbed a pair of these Johnston Murphy XC4. Again, that's the performance line you're going to find for a lot of these polo shirts. The performance line is what does well. So that was $250, and I believe this one was funny, $350. They were both half price. They were both right next to each other, but they probably just got priced by different people on different days. So $250 and $350 for those. Then we did grab this Polo Ralph Lauren 3XB. So again, it's pretty plain, but it is just a nice, really big size. So that was the list for polos. We did grab a couple of t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts. This one was Huck Fishing, and but what's interesting about it, it's not just Huck. You can see it's a collab with Mossy Oak. So Huck Mossy Oak collab. That's like a long sleeve fishing performance shirt. We also found this Ducati course shirt. Now there were some sales of people selling this new, and for a pretty good price. So I think we can come in around like 25 or so and sell for around 20 to 25. We should be good with that. And then we also grabbed this Disney. I don't grab most Disney things because there's a lot out there, but it is long sleeve, so I do like that. And it's a official Walt Disney World, so it's Disney Parks. Anytime you can find things that are Disney Parks, they're at least worth looking up there. And so, and you'll generally see, sometimes they'll say Disney Parks, but it'll usually have like some sort of logo. This one was, what size? It's just a medium. But I think going into the fall, this is the type of shirt that people might want to wear to an actual trip to Disney World. All right, some short sleeve button-down shirts. We highlighted this brand a couple of weeks ago. We found another one, Jam's World. Now, this is a newer tag. This is not like the older tags are kind of a little bit crazier than that. But this one has a lot better color and pattern on it than the last one that we sold, which was kind of all brown and rust. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. I was kind of thinking maybe they're supposed to be surfboards. That's like my best guess. At first, I thought there was like watermelon seeds, but I actually kind of think that maybe it's like surfboard, or maybe it's not meant to be anything, and maybe it's just abstract art. But we did pay full price on that one, which was $7. But Jam's World is one of my favorite Hawaiian brands to sell. Another brand that I like to sell that is Hawaiian is this Hilo Hati, or Hilo Hati, or however you say it. So this one was kind of a darker, but again, sometimes darker going into the fall is not as big of a deal, so we grabbed that. Then we grabbed a couple of really like boring brands, but they were new with tags. So we grabbed this Chaps. This was half price, so $3.50, new with tags. And then this Caribbean Joe. This one was $2, again, new with tags. So we grabbed that. So my pile keeps getting bigger here. And this one we paid a little bit more for. This is Arrow. We did pay $6.99, but it is big size, so it's a 3XL, and it's new with tags. So, again, those aren't brands that I would normally pick up if they were in used condition, but combination of either really good price plus new with tags. Again, we should be able to sell all those right in that $20 range doing that. All right, this one was new to me. Celtic, I think it's Celtic ranch wear. What caught my notice right away was how many buttons were on this thing. And there were some good comps, not so much on the white, on the black ones, but I still think we're going to be okay there, again, with this half price. So we got that one for $3.50. We got this Levi's Pearl Snap for $2.50, which is also, again, green, half price. So size extra large. Again, I don't grab every single Pearl Snap, though I'll look up most of them, but if I'm not familiar with them. But that one seemed to work well, and we did get another Pearl Snap. Let's see, we'll figure out where that one is. We also grabbed this Orvis. This one was $3.50. So again, it's long sleeve, and so it's kind of that. I know I needed to add more things because we have so much access to summer clothes and Hawaiian shirts and everything in my market. Like, I need to have some more things that are actually fall-based, and it's just a little tougher to find those this time of year, especially in Florida, until people from the north come down and start cleaning out their closets. That's kind of what we get stuck with. All right, so I grabbed this one again to kind of help fill out the store. It was only $2.50. This is Aeropostale, but I liked how it's kind of got that '90s vibe, and I don't know how to date this one specifically, but it's definitely got a 90s look, and it's a hooded. So it's a hooded button-down flannel. So, again, I think we should be fine aiming in the $20 range here. And then we got this Polo Ralph Lauren plaid. This kind of heavy flannel, 3X big. So that'll go great with it. Again, because I've just noticed sales have been slowing, not just because I haven't been listing as much, but also because so many of my clothes are kind of spring, summer type of clothes. So I think this should all help. Also grab this Eli Cattleman. Again, this was only $2. Pearl Snap, pretty plain. Again, normally you want to look for crazier patterns, embroidery, color contrast, that sort of stuff. But it's an XLT, so it's a tall man, so it's kind of a unique size. It's Pearl Snap, and it was $2. It's in really good shape. It's just kind of more, it's not quite as decorative as what you might be looking for. All right, and then we did get 3 sport coat blazer things yesterday. These were all $2 a piece, so you can see they price them high. But then on clearance day, that's when you can sometimes get a deal. So this first one is Brooks Brothers. I believe these are all 100% wool. I'm not going to pull out all the tags, but I believe all 3 blazers I got yesterday were all 100% wool. So the first one was Brooks Brothers. I did see one other Brooks Brothers Loro Piana yesterday, but it had some stains on it, so I let it go. This one was Joseph A. Bank. Again, you can see here. So they price it high, which means they get good value out of them when they're selling these regular, but there are sometimes some that make it through to the end, and at $2 it's pretty low risk, because even if you can only get like $20 out of these at the end, which I think I'll get more for most of these, you're still making a nice profit here. So this is a 52R, so a bigger size here. This is Joseph A. Bank Signature Collection, And again, you can see the 100% wool there. So only 3 sport coats today. You never know what's going to be left by the time it gets to the $2 day on Monday. But again, you can see about half of this I spent $2 on. Another half I spent probably between like $2.50 to $5 on, and then only a handful of things that I spend like in that $7 to $10 range. So I'm pretty happy with what we got. I think all in, if I remember right, it was like we spent about $120 all in. So averaged about $4 a piece for everything yesterday. So we're going to work on getting these listed. This will get the store replenished. I did find a couple more sport coats that I had here that hadn't gotten listed yet. So we'll get those up. And I'm going to be working on some reorganizing because I got to find a place to store all these sport coats in the closet. And so we're going to get those up and listed, and hopefully the sales will keep coming in. We do have some sales from the last 24 hours. That video will come out later today, so stay tuned for that because we did sell some clothes as well as some other stuff from the store. So I'm excited to do that. And so make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let me know which brands that you found in here were new to you that maybe will